Give me some Ingram. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Cincinnati for the home opener. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
Check right 54, right 54. I'm not ready.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
Two-time All-Pro center Jason Kelce is one of the most athletic centers in the league. In fact, he went to the University of Cincinnati as a walk-on linebacker before converting to the offensive line. Can pull, trap, get out in front of runners in any situation, and one of the more intelligent centers in the league as well, handling all of their line calls.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wilson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So here are the Bengals under first-year head coach Zach Taylor. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
On second down now, it's Ingram. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down. On third down, Rivers.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
On second and 10, Wilson. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Preston Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Wilson, they'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Let's go!
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby. That's it.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike, 36. 36.
On 2nd and 2, Rivers, and nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On play action, Rivers going deep for Hopkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. It's complete to Hopkins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Rivers. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Ingram. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. This is Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Rivers.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd and goal for Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. following the interception here. Rivers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. The 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start our tour up at M&T Bank Stadium. Baltimore playing host to Arizona. This one's at the half with a score of 17-7. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Danny Amendola, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Rivers. That'll be caught by Cup. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Play action now. Rivers. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rivers. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long for Rivers. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Ingram, and an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage. Rivers caught by the tight end Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Bengal first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers now firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now it's Ingram. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Stop your body.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Brown! Hey, hot!
Rivers now to throw on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing, Rivers. This pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. To throw, Rivers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals before this.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. Complete to Jones. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. Back to throw, and that'll bring up second down. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners. He'll look to throw.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Here's Wilson.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitor.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Patrick Mahomes with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Throwing on second and long. Wilson forced out to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. One last shot for Wilson on the move to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cincinnati, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for San Francisco,